This is Karishma for this very special interview on Radio Karishma. You're listening to me on www.radiokarishma.com. We have a very special guest in our studio. Her name is Tripti Bhatnagar. Tripti is a partner at Indie Meme. And as you all know, Indie Meme, this organization is getting ready for the big first film festival in Austin that we've been talking about. Earlier, we've heard Alka ji talking about this film festival. Today, we have Tripti Bhatnagar, another partner at the same organization, giving us some more information about the film festival. Tripti, a warm welcome at Radio Karishma. How are you doing today?
Hi, Karishma. I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for having me here and having Indie Meme come to Radio Karishma. It's a pleasure to be in your studio. Thank you.
So, Tripti, let's hear more about Indie Meme a little bit. You've been partnered, and how long have you been partnered with Indie Meme?
All right, Karishma. So, Indie Meme came about in 2013. Alka Bhanot, she's the founding member, and she started the organization in Austin. The concept was very similar, was very simple in terms of bringing independent cinema to Austin, and there was a niche of people who were really interested in it, and that's how Indie Meme was born. I met Alka a few months and a few screenings later, and the idea was to grow the organization a little bit and bring the same concept to different cities, and which is how Indie Meme came to Dallas. Indie Meme, as you know, promotes South Asian independent film, and the focus is always on socially conscious, meaningful cinema to bring awareness to these issues that the films deal with, and also in at certain times help these organizations fundraise and organize different kinds of events that bring the community and the network together who deal in the similar issue-based cinema. So, in short, if we want to explain ourselves, it is what we do is we try to strive to build a globally conscious citizen by influencing social consciousness using cinema as our media.
That's very nice. So, have you been the cinema lover from the beginning?
Well, in fact, I was never a cinema lover. It's funny that growing up, we used to watch movies, but they've never had an influence on my life as such growing up. I think the most important thing that attracted me to Indie Meme was the fact that we can really use the media to generate a social dialogue. And I think that kind of stuff has a ripple effect, not only in our immediate communities, but also world over. To give you a very simple example is we did a screening of Gulabi Gang in Austin and Dallas, and we've done it with the NWPC. We have, and we've also done another screening with the United Nations in Fiji. To give you a very simple example, when we screened the film in Dallas and in Austin, we had a group of people who were very interested in doing an eye operation for one of the old ladies who was in the documentary. And we went back to the filmmaker Nishta Jain, and she tried to trace the woman, but it's been so many years, and there was no way it could be traced. But eventually what happened as a result of all this exercise was there was an organization in Austin that decided to set up camps near those villages. And as a result, multiple people got eye operations done. So, these are very simple, I would like to say intangible effects of the screenings that we are doing. And I think this is the most important part of what we do at Indie Meme. And that's why I think I'm here.
That's very, very inspiring. When you say Dallas and Austin, so Indie Meme has been working both Dallas and Austin, or like entire Texas, or is it local?
So the screenings, of course, started in Austin initially, and then we started doing them in Dallas. And from there, we grew into multiple, organizational based things. As I said, we have done a screening with United Nations in Fiji. They had reached out to us for a women-centric film that they were doing. We have worked with the National Women Political Caucus in Washington, D.C. NWPC has screened our films. We have worked with different universities like Berkeley, Stanford, and Rochester University, and we've had a screening in one or two other states. San Francisco, we did Ship of Theseus with other groups, but the main focus is in Texas. So Austin and Dallas, it's Texas, and then as and when we see the relevance and the possibility of doing a partnership with any other organizations in North America, we are of course open to it and we take it forward.
That brings us to the mega event. That is the first film festival done by your organization. So, first of all, heartiest congratulations that you have come to this point, that you are ready for the full-fledged festival. Tell us more about that.
So yes, it's a huge step for us, definitely, Karishma. Festival is it's a 3 day event, and it's not. Yes, it's a huge step. So we did something with St. Edward's a few months back, last year. In fact, we did like a 2 day showcase with them, which was hugely successful. It was in Austin, and it just happened. It was a progression, and it just happened that we had to bring the festival in. Now, this to explain a little bit more about the Indie Meme Film Festival, as in our focus. We look at doing socially relevant cinema. The festival also has a focus like that. So it's not just another festival which is bringing random films in. The films have been curated very, very carefully, keeping in mind the messaging that they are bringing to the community. And each of the film is special, and each of the film we are striving to bring partners together, so that again we look at that networking and the ripple effects that we have with every single screening of Indie Meme. So in that sense, it's extremely important that the film that makes it to our final cut has the messaging that we are looking to give out.
What are we seeing in this festival? As I saw the ad, it says documentaries, shorts, and feature films. So, any highlights? Would you please tell your program as well for the entire event?
Sure, Karishma, that would be great. So we have about 5 features and 2 documentaries and multiple shots that we are going to include over a period of 3 days. April 15th is when we have our opening night film. The film is called Layari Notes. It's a fabulous film. It's an Indo-Pakistan collaboration for the first time ever. And it's a documentary on this place called Layari, which is in Karachi, and it's a very volatile district. It's a documentary on a music school, which is made by Hamza Jafri, and he focuses on girls' education through music. So it's a fabulous documentary, and the best thing is that both the filmmakers, Miriam and Mahin, are going to be here for the opening night screening. I think and even in terms of the India-Pakistan collaboration, I think it's a very, very landmark cinema, apart from, it being fabulous. And we are so proud that this is going to be the North American premiere for them. And we do screen the film the previous day, which is Thursday, April 14th in Dallas at the Angelica Plano. And then we go to the festival with this opening night. Following the documentary, we have our opening night reception, which is going to have a fabulous band, a live band playing in Austin. And it's going to be a phenomenal night. Apart from that, the next 2 days are going to be filled in with different documentaries and features, as I said. So to just give you a little flavor of it, we have a film from Assam, which is called Kotha Nadi. And that film is in Assamese language, but all our films have English subtitles. So anybody who doesn't understand, I mean, you can be sure that you'll be able to get the film. Now, the film is a very, very interesting piece, which is highly rooted in culture, the Assamese culture. It talks about 4 different stories that are also called the River of Fables. And interestingly, all the 4 stories are very related to mother-daughter relationships. It is a film that is set into reality, which just pans into metaphysical and then comes back. Very interesting, very, very interesting. And that's one film that I think is something that people have never seen before. It's a very different cinema, and it comes from India. The interesting cast too. Very interesting cast. Yes, yeah. Yes, absolutely. The other film that I think would be very interesting is Utopia. Now, Utopia is Afghanistan's entry to the Oscars this year. So we have done Court, which was India's entry to the Oscars. We have done Moore, which was Pakistan's entry, and now we have Utopia. And most probably, if all visa issues go well, we will have the filmmaker in town for the screening as well. And Utopia is also a very interesting story about this lady who wants to get pregnant and her journey towards getting there. And I would really encourage you to go to our website at indiememe.com and kind of go through these films and see the stories. I think they will resonate with a lot of different people from different cultures. So and then we have X, Past is Present, which is a film which is a single story directed by 11 different directors. And how the story, and it's Rajat Kapoor who was acting in it, and how the story kind of still makes sense. 11 different people who are touching the story, and it's still so that's another interesting film. Then we have Dhanak, which is Nagesh Kukunur's excellent family drama. If you have not watched it, I think it's a must. Everybody in the family can enjoy that film, and your kids have to see it. It's a beautiful brother-sister relationship. It's just a beautiful film. And then in terms of documentary, we have a very fabulous film called Gunga Pehlwan, which is on India's most successful deaf athlete. He was in the Rio Olympics in 2016, and he's the second deaf wrestler in the history of Olympics to do so. And we are going to be trying to Skype in the Pehlwan, so to speak, the wrestler. And we do have the filmmakers from this film, two of them who will be there. So we have about 5 or 6 filmmakers that we are trying to get in for the programming. Apart from that, we have a mixer on Saturday night as well. We are trying for a very interesting Persian dance performance along with that. And then we have a panel discussion with all the filmmakers and some local key personalities. So it's going to be 3 days of immersion in culture of South Asia, and something very interesting that you might not have experienced before.
So we are really, really looking forward to it, and it sounds awesome. It sounds great. It sounds exotic, actually. South Asian, but exotic. And it's like you're almost covering almost all the big nations, as far as especially Indians can connect with Pakistani and Afghanistani culture, and this vice versa. I've heard Afghanistan, they just have this amazing love for Indian television serials, So yeah, I mean, this will be the first time I'll be watching any Afghanistani movie. So I'm looking forward to it. Sounds great, absolutely.
There's another film that I forgot to mention, which is huge, which is actually the Neena Gupta film. See, there's so much to talk about for the 3 days, and this film is called The Threshold, and it's really a very relatable film, especially for folks who are around 50s, and even for the younger ones who will be able to see what their parents kind of go through, and what empty nesters go through. And it's just a dialogue between the couple, Neena Gupta and Rajit. It's just a dialogue, and I think it's phenomenal. It's a fabulous piece that has been put together.
She's a wonderful actress, Neena Gupta. The other very important thing we must tell our audience is about the tickets. How do they buy it? How does it go about? When is the right time? Should they wait till the end? Would they get it on the box office or online? So if you could just explore all the options, or you can just give them a brief description, that'll be great.
Sure, Karishma. I know that's the attending is the best part of it. So right now we have our festival badges that are only on sale, and we are offering an early bird discount of about 25%. This is the best time to buy because we are in the process of selling it, and we have around only 20 more because there's a limited quantity. So we have about 20 more that are left now for at this price, which is there. So right now you can get them at you can get them for $52. which is a non-member price. And if you do plan to become Indie Meme member, in case you like us, and I hope you do, then you can get the badges at only $48. Now, the badges are all access to all film screenings, all the parties every 2 night on both the nights, and also the panel discussion and meet the maker events. Anything that is going on during the festival, you have all access for only, 48 or $52. And the badges are only available for the next additional week, and then they will be on they will go back to their retail price of 65. And the individual tickets are going to go on sale from day after tomorrow. Right. So each film is priced very reasonably between $12 to $15, and so the tickets are there. And if you don't want to attend, you're not the kinds who want to go party at night, then you can also get festival passes, which you come in only for the film. And again, they are much discounted for our Indie Meme members than they are for non-members. So the website to go to for getting your tickets is indiememe.com, and on the top menu you will see IMFF. And on the drop down, you can see attend, and you will find all ticket information, our membership, everything is there that you need to know, including the schedule and everything related to that. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, without whom, the festival and, our existence, Indie Meme's efforts would really not have been possible. The Center for Relationships is our patron sponsor, and they have been supporting us since last year to get all our other screenings in. We would also like to thank the Cultural Arts Division, the Austin South Asian, and PSNT, and of course Radio Karishma for supporting us in our endeavors.
It's an absolute honor, and I think it's a great thing that you're doing, which has a social relevance as well. What I like about it is like art with social relevance. Thank you so much for giving us your time and enlightening us with all the information that you have. And to our audience, that don't wait till the end for the tickets, because they go out very fast. That we have seen what happened in Dallas Film Festival. A lot of people wanted to watch movies and they could not, because all these films, they are never been shown before. They are premiering there, and they are exclusive films. Sometimes it happens that you don't get to see them in the big theater here. So because they are like independent cinema, they don't have the commercial backing and everything. So these film festivals are doing amazing job to bring this good cinema to you. So take this advantage and buy your tickets ASAP. With this is Karishma signing off. Thank you so much for listening.